Hey guys, Fog here and welcome to another FIFA 21 SBC video, and today guys, EA have given us the League on Player of the Month SBC Niane from Mets FC. He looks absolutely brilliant on the face of it. Don't worry guys as well, I'm not just doing an SBC coverage video, I will be doing a review on him a little bit later on tonight. But first of all, we want to have a quick look at what he's like in terms of his in-game stats, have that first glance look at him and see if he kind of represents any good value for money. Hopefully, he'll be very easy to be able to complete. It is only one segment, so I'm going to guess like an 83 rated squad, and I don't think it will require an inform. Also, guys, marquee matchups are also there at the same time. We do have the Resurrects promo coming tomorrow as well, which should be pretty interesting. But yeah, League on Player of the Month. So I'll have a look at his card stats in a second. But first of all, what kind of a requirement does he require? It's an 84 rated squad and a Team of the Week. I might not do him, actually. Hold on, let me just have a drink a second. Just gotta, wet the whistle a little bit, haven't you? I don't know if I'm gonna do him. I mean, he's there for 31 days, which is fantastic. I need to have a look at his in-game stats. I don't have any League One players in my team. I don't think I'll be doing him. I mean, we need to see what his in-game stats are like. I think 84s are still relatively cheap. What is it? I mean, he's got a nice core dynamic image. He's 3-star. 3-star wake foot doesn't really affect us too much compared to previous years. Although it's always nice to see 4-star wake foot and 4-star skill moves. But high-low's great. 6'2" is hopefully going to be fun. I'm just hoping that his agility and balance aren't too bad. But on the whole, not too bad based on what we've seen there first. Into his in-game stats, his pace is absolutely superb. His shooting is pretty good. 80 positioning, 82 finishing, 94 shot power is fantastic. It's a very underrated stat, and you should always pay attention to shot power for an attacker, and that's brilliant. He delivers in that area fantastic. His pens are good, his long shots aren't too bad, his shooting's solid. His passing, again, not too bad. I mean, obviously, passing isn't the most important part for a striker, but it's always nice to be able to link up with other players in the team. 75 short passing is good. For his dribbling, fantastic agility. The balance at 66, not the end of the world, because he has got superb agility and dribbling on his in-game stats. 87 dribbling and 87 agility. They're very good, to the point where hopefully his balance shouldn't be that much of a problem. Because 66 on paper obviously is horrific. But the fact that he has got 87 dribbling and 87 agility, and of course you could put a chem style to get that balance up into the mid-70s at least. I think maybe an artist chem style would do that. Maybe a maestro, an engine or something like that. You have to kind of have a bit of a play around and see which one would do that. The problem though, and maybe a major problem, 76 reactions needs to be better really than that. And 70 composure is horrific. So, what's he going to be like with one-on-one chances? Does his lack of composure mean that if he gets a one-on-one chance, he's more likely to hit it towards the goalkeeper, or more likely to hit it wide or hit the post, miss the targets? That's something to think about big time. I mean, having said that, 6'2" in height with 91 jumping and 96 heading accuracy, that's going to be insane. He's going to win so many aerial battles, set pieces, free kicks, being in the box. Corners being in the box. We know that crossing this year, it's not necessarily the most meta part of the game, but it's certainly a much more viable solution to be able to score goals from this year by crossing the ball, and compared to last year where you'd never score headers at all. This year you can certainly do that a lot more. So that, yes, the composure and the balance are certainly, the composure is a major worry. Having said that, that jumping, heading and his height is fantastic. His strength is good, 45 aggression, which is a bit interesting. And then in regards to player traits, doesn't have too much there. It would have been nice to have seen outside foot shots or flair, but that card, I see plenty of positives and a few concerns. Based on having seen that, I sort of see value for money in him. But we need to have a look at other League One strikers. Obviously, you've got the likes of Mbappe, who's going to cost over $1 million coins. You can't realistically compare Niane to that Mbappe card. He's going to be better than Icardi, the 85 rated Icardi. I think that Icardi card in this game just doesn't really suit it. To be quite honest, doesn't suit how this game should be played or whatever. So I'm just trying to think of other Ligue 1 strikers. There's Dembele from Lyon, although he's only 81 rated. I would like to compare him with Depay, actually. I think that's going to be an interesting comparison, because Depay got an 86 in form, didn't he? That's going to be the interesting comparison here, guys. On value for money, of course, Depay would be tradable if you were to buy him. Niane wouldn't. Now, you got Ben Yedder as well. Now, what does Ben Yedder have in terms of stats? I mean, 5-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves. His dribbling stats are impeccable. His finishing stats are impeccable. His pace is solid. Not as good as Niane, but good. I think lacks a little bit more in stamina. Lacks in physicality, but not the end of the world. His passing stats are good. Would you say this Ben Yedder card's better? And I think with the outside foot shots, I'd say he probably is. And we need to see how much he's going for in a second. Of course, this is informed there as well, but you can't realistically compare the informed Ben Yedder with Niane. You can certainly compare these two cards together considering the same rating. And what was the other card that we wanted to compare? It was Depay. Now, for some reason, he isn't coming up. Was he a centre-forward in packs? He was. And he's superb. But at the same time, you might play him as a cam, mightn't you? I don't know if that's value for money, guys. I don't think I'm going to be doing the SBC based on seeing that. I honestly thought it was going to be something like an 83 rated squad or something like that with no team with it. But the fact that it requires a team, and also you might have seen that my coins have gone down just because I bought Carlos Alberto today, which I'm very excited to use and maybe have a review on tonight. Now for the fact that I probably won't be reviewing the end. But let me guys know what you think. I've heard a lot of you talking about coin sinks recently. The fact that we've got Resurrects tomorrow. There might be a fantastic SBC that might come out over this weekend. There might just be a much better card than Niane. Don't get me wrong. There are very good parts to this Niane card. I'm not saying he's a terrible card. There's, that heading, that jumping, he's going to be fantastic in the air. But that composure majorly worries me. And I think a lot of people might overlook it, and I don't think you guys should overlook it. Now, what is a Ben Yedder, a regular Ben Yedder going for on the market as a tradable cards? Considerably more than what the SBC would cost. So he's going to, let's say 80,000 coins. Yeah, we'll say 80,000 coins. So a team of the week will cost 10,000 coins. So there's that. And then 84 rated cards. I reckon the SBC would come in at around about a similar price. And of course, Ben Yedder would be a tradable option. I don't think he's terrible value for money. I think he's a pretty cool card. And certainly an 86 rated version of that Niane card, or a team of the season version. Of course, team season's a long way away. But compared to some of the other SBCs we've seen, I don't think he's awful value for money. But at the same time, he's not great value for money either. I'm not going to do him. I made a thing this year that I'm not going to do as many SBCs as in previous years. Again, if you've got a League on team, there is the option of Ben Yedder there as well. I honestly think if you've already got Ben Yedder in your team, you don't need to go and get this guy. And I think if you're sitting there thinking right now, who would I rather go and buy, Ben Yedder or Niane? If someone, if I was in that position where I wanted a League on striker, what am I going to do? I'm probably going to go with Ben Yedder, in all honesty, guys. I think he looks the more better, well-rounded card suited for this game. So, yeah, on the whole, it's not terrible value for money, but at the same time, there are a few stats there that do worry me with this card, especially his composure, which is a stat that we all know can't be increased. And having 70 composure on a card is going to cost you around about 80,000 coins. Doesn't look great, does it? So, let me guys know what you think, though, in the comments section, guys. Hopefully, you have enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.